All right, I want to give you a little update on this here. I did not make a video on it. Now, the last time I showed you on this here, I had this was off just a hair. But I ran the square from here onto this metal here, and it's square here. And the blade was just a hair off. So there's two Allen screws, one here and one on the other side. As some of my viewers had suggested, that the arm had to be adjusted, and that's what it was. They were on there real tight. But now this thing is perfectly square. It cuts a square really good. So I'm very happy with that, and I want to thank my some of my viewers for telling me about that. All right, somebody had mentioned that this thing is off zero. I want to show you. I'm using the Kodak ZE1, so you may, but she's right on. This thing is tucked into a shaded area here, so it's hard. But I'm moving the magnifying glass. You can probably see the red mark lines right up with the zero on there. So it's right on zero. So this thing is right on. All right, we're back in the shop here again. Been a few days since I made a video, and really haven't got anything to talk about. I moved some stuff around here. I put the VTVM over here, so it's easier for me to see it, and it gives me a little more bench space over here. Now, we're not discussing this anymore. We're done with it. I have a posting on the radio forum and with all my videos and everything, and it just can't be fixed. I've mentioned this before. Unless you're a Tektronix engineer or something, you're just not going to be able to get this thing fixed. I'll briefly go over what I found and did not find. The 1500 volt test point right here reads 1 volt positive. It's supposed to be 1475 volts negative, so it's reading positive. The horizontal amplifier board, these transistors here are running so hot you can't put your finger on them, and this here is literally cooking over here. So I unhooked it in the event that this might have been shorted and pulling down something here, but it didn't make any difference. The only thing it did do is raise this test point voltage from 1 volt to 1.5 volts. That's all it did. So I'm going to close this up and put it under the bench, and that's the end of this. And I may or may not wait till October. One of my viewers wanted the plug-ins, and there are 3 of them. The two here, and then a time base. And then I'll dump the rest off at the auction. Because I think it's the high voltage transformer, and none of the instructions tell you how to get this out. I think you got to take the whole damn scope apart. I do know that you have to pull out the back end completely and take out the voltage regulator, pull out everything that way, and disconnect many connectors and get it out. And then you pull the CRT out this way, and then you probably can get this out. But I'm not going to worry about that. It's too much. It's just too much. It's beyond the average guy, and I'm not the average guy. I am tinkerer. Looks to me like this is going to have to go on the bench again. Put the isolation transformer on here. I lost all sensitivity on this thing, and I swapped the tubes around and everything, and no improvement. It gets WCBS in New York, but it won't even get my local radio station. The radio station hardly comes in. And now it's coming in good.
On News Talk 980 WXLM. A 10 for 49
okay.
on the year, 2 homers.
I don't know what station this is. SLM?
Case for sale in the other lead.
Get my glasses on.
Cut out a miss on a high fastball. And the count 2-1.
That's supposed to be radio. That's supposed to be 9980. 88 rather.
It'll be a 2-1. And the lefty deals swung on.
Oh, maybe that is.
Foul.
I thought that was a talk station, WCBS, but that's.
Brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealers. See their vehicle offers.
Yeah, maybe it is.
USA.com. This is a final. Seattle beat Detroit.
Let's see if I can get 1310. Can't go too far to music if you get damn copyright. All right, that was 1310. Now, what was happening with this? I turned the volume down, so nothing more irritating than having music going when you're talking. Never mind. Just something funny came to. Anyways, this thing like went to static, and I lost all reception. But right now it seems to be working okay. Of course, I'm getting all kinds of buzzing and everything. But it's not all that sensitive. Now I got a wire coming up here and going across. You can see it up there. And so I don't expect to get a lot.
Washington beat up on Colorado 16-5.
Seems to be pretty good now. It's back to what it was before. So it made a liar out of me. But it went to all static like it had the silver mica disease. You know, all the bands, it was nothing but static when you turned the volume up. But well, it's only 7:25 right now, so after the sun goes down, probably get the 80-meter band. Let's switch it up to the highest, and we'll start. That's about all I get on that. That's about 13.5 megacycles. All right. There's 15. Now this band here wasn't right on the money, and I didn't try to adjust it. When I put my signal generator and I had my frequency counter on the signal generator, it was off quite a bit. But it's pretty well dead over 20 megacycles. There's 20. Turn the volume all the way up. All I'm getting is more noise. Yeah, it's dead. I have never heard anything up beyond 20 megacycles on this. So these radios, this type of radios, are pretty much dead in those at that frequency anyways. They're what they call deaf. Now the next band down, we'll start up here, we'll work our way down. It seems to be working good now. I don't know what happened, but last week I had the standard broadcast on here, and I was listening to my local station, and then that faded out and it went to static, and it was very sensitive to turning light switches on and off. In other words, see if I can duplicate that. Let me show you something here. Now I got my fan over here, so when I turn this on, I'm going to unplug the fan here, the transformer, and I'm going to turn my junction box on here, which turns on the fan, which I just unplugged, and the radio will come to life or die out when I turn the switch. That does not turn the radio off. See, the click, it's not doing it now. Okay, it's not doing it now, but it was when I went to static. Just turning that switch on and off created static in the line that greatly affected this radio sensitivity. Now, I passed the question along to my buddy Mike. He's very knowledgeable on this stuff, and he says the AVC circuit. Now, I didn't do anything other than quick voltage measurements, and I replaced the caps and any resistors that were off value. I didn't really go through troubleshooting, nor did I do any alignment, because I cannot move them IF can slugs, and I'm not about to break them. So I thought the alignment was pretty good, except the upper band is a little bit off the mark. It's more of a tracking problem. It seems like the higher you get, the worse it's off. So let's see if we can get a little more out of here. You notice you can see the dial a little better, but let me turn my light off here. Well, the camera shows a little circle right here, but when I'm looking at it, it's more even. It's a little lighter here, but it shows very pronounced on the camera. The same way with this one. It looks a lot brighter in the camera than it really is, but it is usable because I got these bulbs facing right forward. Now I know I got a lot of interference and I have to put an outside antenna on it. What's holding me up is I want to get a lightning arrestor, and I want to look into that and find out what the best one would be. Mike had told me to use a gas type of lightning arrestor. He's a ham operator, so he has all these antennas, so he's a good one to ask about that. So when I put my long wire out here, what I want to do is I'm going to run coaxial. I don't know what I got. I don't think I got any 50 ohm, but I got 75 ohm. From the radio, the braid is going to be connected to the chassis, because this is on an isolation transformer right here, because this is a series wired set. So this is safe to ground. The shield is going to be grounded. The center conductor will be connected to the antenna jack. It'll be coaxial right out to the wall. I'll have a termination block on the wall, and on the outside I'll have an insulator sticking out of the wall and a long wire going up and probably off the peak of the shop and just going out to a tree. It's only going to be like 50 foot because I have a lot of trees and I'm going to have to zigzag between them. But I can safely run a straight line 50 feet, which is a lot more than what I've got right here. So So I can't complain about the reception right now because I'm picking up inside interference, but I'm also picking up line noise. And my shop is about 50 feet from the house. So I'm still picking up wall wart noises from the house, computer power supplies, the security system wall wart, of which there are 2 of them, one for the DVR and another one with 8 power cords coming out of it to run the cameras, although I only got, right now I got 4 cameras up there, but it will take 8. So those are wall warts and switching power supplies, and they're generating noise back through the line in here. So putting my long wire outside may help, but it may not eliminate all this. All right. The radio is working good. I mean, it's picking up a lot of interference, but it wasn't doing this last week. And I didn't have it on too long, probably a half an hour, so there might be a heat-related problem. And I hope it isn't silver mica disease. Getting all interference right now, but there's 80, 75 and 80 meter band right in this area.
Very often I get a decent motor report on this junk over here. That's this old worn out stuff.
Noise limiter. AGC. Well, it's very early. There's the time right up there. So we still, let's see. Still got daylight out here. It's a sensitivity. I love listening to these AM guys when they talk tech and everything. There's a group on. I listen to them in the house. I have the Grundig that was that I bought from one of my viewers, and I got about a 4-foot piece of wire hanging off the curtain rod in the house, and I get 38.75, and sometimes they're on 38.85. It should be coming in pretty good a little later on when it gets really dark out. There's the wire here. Not much of an antenna, so you know, I can't really complain. Now I've been using this for an antenna too. This is the first speaker wire I put in until I put heavier wire in. So I usually tap into that.
Typically tunes it better. My feeling is the tune better. You can peak it for more output power.
That's sideband right there.
You can peak it for more output power using the audio peak because you don't put as much strain on the amplifier as it does in the CW. A little bit more strain with the CW, so your plate voltage drops down a little bit more. And when you tune your output power down a little bit, your peak voltage is lower. So once you train down the capsule. But on the audio pulses, it's so light and so quick, it doesn't.
This is kind of sensitive because the chassis isn't grounded either. So it would come in better if I get a good ground on that.
Because I have a variable knob on the outside that I adjust the whole time. So when it starts doing that, so it stops that from happening. But there's no adjustment here. Yep, so it's on. I could see that you actually had that knob, that you had it, I don't know, something like maybe 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, something like that. But yeah, I was noticing that. And boy, what a nice amp though. Son of a gun. I bet you're so pleased to have that. And I love the fact that you use it too. Although it looks like one. But you use it, you know, and that's what I like about it. And you know what? It's like my old car. If I don't run it, it's worth it. Anyway, so you don't know if you're going up on a song or something. Hey, Bill. No, I don't, Rob. I don't know if I'm going up Friday or Saturday yet. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do. You know, usually I go on Friday to get a room up in Manchester somewhere and spend the night up there. I just don't know if I'm going to be doing that, you know. I haven't made up my mind, Rob.
Well, anyways, that's it really. I'm going to shut her off. Turn the isolation transformer off here. And put the lights back on in the shop. They get a little interference from the 4-foot fluorescent, but not a lot, but enough to degrade the reception. So get an outside antenna on that, and I should have better results. But I don't know what happened to it, why it all went to static. But it seems to have recovered, so it's going to be one of these things that is going to be intermittent. But anyways, I want to just let you know that things will have to start moving along here, so we got to get this scope off the bench, and we'll put it down here, and I doubt I'm going to get any more progress on this thing, because I really don't know where to look. And I'm not going to go taking all this apart, because what am I looking for, you know? I don't have any way to test the transistors, and I wouldn't know which one it would be, and I have no idea why these transistors are running so hot, especially this one right here. This is running super hot. It's actually discolored. It's gray compared to the ones here that are more silvery gray. It's so hot you can't put your hand on it, and that's after I turned it off and then reached in there and touched it. So, but that's not the problem, apparently. So I really don't know what the problem is. It could be in the high voltage board. It could be the high voltage transformer. It's not the CRT, I don't think. So anyways, that's it. So we are just going to end this video now. I just want to give you a little update so that you know I'm still alive and kicking. And I better shut my stuff down here. I think I got some switches on I got to turn off. So thank you for watching. Have a good night, everybody. and we'll see you on a video real soon.